Can you imagine being in business for years and making millions of dollars and still not being able to get a credit line or a credit card or even auto financing for your business, or still being required to give personal guarantees and personal credit check, and your ability to get funding being strictly based on personal credit quality? Look, it happens all the time, and I don't want that happen to you. So during this training, we're going to talk about how to get set up with the business credit reporting agencies. When you do this and do this the right way, you establish excellent business credit profiles and scores, and lenders and credit issuers want to give you money. You get away from the need for personal credit checks when it comes to getting credit cards, auto financing, and credit with vendors. You no longer need to provide personal guarantees with a lot of the revolving credit you're getting, which means you're not personally liable for your business debt. There's so many benefits of building a business credit profile, and during this training, I'm going to teach you everything you need to know to get set up with the reporting agencies. I'm going to give you my best tips and tactics to cut years off of this process. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to get you access to our special training with the step-by-step process to successfully and quickly build your business credit. We got a lot to cover, so let's dive in. So the very first step with getting set up with the business credit reporting agencies is improving your fundability. You got to get your business in line from what looks good reputation-wise to credit issuers, lenders, and especially the credit bureaus. You want them to see you as a highly credible business. And the better you do that, the lower risk the credit bureaus think you are. And when they think you're low risk, that's what gets you the most money at the best terms with lenders and credit issuers, which is what we all want, right? So how do we do this? Well, we do it by improving our fundability. Now, there's over 125 factors that we find tie into your fundability. We don't have time to dive into all those right now, but we are going to dive into one of the 5 main components of fundability called your fundable foundation. And the fundable foundation is the very first thing that the reporting agencies look at to see if you're credible. So you want to make sure you have your actual business set up, and you can go to your Secretary of State to choose your business name and to set up your business. Now, before you do this, you should clearly understand your industry. Look, a lot of people get very bad business credit scores, not because they have bad business credit, but because the reporting agencies don't like the industry that the entrepreneur's in. So you should do some basic research. You can go to NAICS.com. You can do a Google search for high-risk NAICS codes as well. An NAICS code is just the code that's used to identify the industry you're in. And a lot of business owners don't know their NAICS code, and therefore they're categorized in a high-risk industry, even when they're really not high risk. We don't want that to happen to you. So know what industry you're in. Do a quick Google search for high-risk NAICS codes and avoid a business name that indicates you're in that industry, and know exactly what your NAICS code is, because you should be applying when it asks your industry. You should say exactly what the NAICS description of your industry is, then in parentheses, the actual NAICS code. That way the credit bureaus, lenders, credit issuers are never confused about the industry you're in, and you're never put into a high-risk industry, which will give you lower scores and make it harder to get the money that you need. So make sure you set up your business. Make sure you know your NAICS code. Make sure your business name does not indicate that you're in a high-risk industry. Make sure you get a separate address for your business. It should not be your home address. It should not be a P.O. box or a postal mailbox from a place like UPS. You can use virtual offices from places like Regis, Alliance, even Da Vinci, but have a separate address set up for your business. Make sure you get a separate phone number set up for your business. Make sure it's toll-free. Make sure you get it listed with 411. Start setting up your business and your credibility online. Get it set up with Google and Bing and Yahoo. These are all free places to set up your business, and the more of these places that see your business, the more credibility you actually have. Make sure you set up a separate bank account for your business. Get an EIN for your business. These things will help you create the fundable foundation that's essential for the credit bureaus to see you as fundable, for them to see you as not high risk. So after you've actually set up your fundability, now it's time to move to the next step. And the next step is to go to Dun & Bradstreet and get your DUNS number. Look, this is part of your fundable foundation. It's 100% free to do. Now, you can go directly to Dun & Bradstreet. You can even Google free DUNS number, or you can just go to creditsuite.com/DUNS. That's creditsuite.com/DUNS, D-U-N-S. And that'll give you a shortcut link to where you can get your DUNS number with Dun & Bradstreet. All you have to do is fill out some information with them. And again, you should already have your fundability done first, because they're going to ask for your website domain. They're going to ask for your your email, your phone number, your address, all those things that are part of that fundable foundation they're gonna ask for. So if you've done this by now, you can go through a 5 to 10 minute process to apply for your DUNS number. It takes about 2 weeks to 30 days to be able to get that in the mail. Now you've officially been set up with Dun & Bradstreet. They know who you are. If you followed the steps correctly so far, they don't see you as in a high-risk industry. You have your DUNS number. Now you're officially set up with Dun & Bradstreet, and the next step with them is to start getting approved with credit accounts that report to D&B. Now with Equifax and Experian, it's a little bit different. Equifax and Experian will actually give you a failing business credit score even if you have no credit. You see, Dun & Bradstreet's different. To get set up with Dun & Bradstreet, there's 2 things you need. To get a credit profile, you have to have your DUNS number. I already told you how to get that. And the second thing you'll need is 3 accounts reporting to Dun & Bradstreet. But Equifax and Experian will actually give you failing reports and failing scores even when you have no credit reporting to them. So what this means is it means very quickly you need to start getting credit that reports to both Equifax and Experian. You need to make sure you get your fundability set up the right way. Once that's done, you want to start getting credit with starter vendors who report to Experian and Equifax. There's a lot of starter vendors out there. Some of the most famous ones are places like Uline and Granger. They'll give you credit when you have none. They report to the business credit reporting agencies. They'll help you establish initial credit. You've got to get credit with credit issuers that report to Equifax and Experian very quickly, because once you're set up with the Secretary of State and they know your business exists, they will populate those failing reports and scores, and it will create havoc when it comes to you getting credit and financing. Now, if you've done these steps correctly, well, then you're set up properly with D&B, Equifax, and Experian. Equifax has an identifying number for your business. So does Experian. Experian calls it your BIN or your business identification number. Both Equifax and Experian will give you those numbers once you have the first account reported to them. You're already set up with Dun & Bradstreet. You've already got your DUNS number. Now the key is just to get accounts that report to each of the reporting agencies, and that will start to build your credit profile. Equifax and Experian, 1 account, if you pay it on time or early, will give you a good score. Remember, D&B will need 3 accounts reporting to them, and if you pay those on time or early, that will give you good scores. And once you've done this, you want to continue to build your business credit. You want to continue to get real corporate credit that reports to the reporting agencies. You want to get the credit that doesn't require a personal guarantee, doesn't require a personal credit check, that's based just on the merits of your business fundability and the foundational business credit profile you've built. Then you can continue to get more and more business credit. You'll be able to get credit with almost every major retailer. You'll be able to get credit for auto financing. You'll be able to get Visa, MasterCard, cash credit. All of that will come in future steps after you've built the fundable foundation and after you've got those initial starter vendors reporting to the business credit reporting agencies. Okay, so you want the fast way to do all of this? Well, all you have to do is go to the link in our description. And when you go to the link in our description, you'll be able to get our step-by-step business credit building guide. This thing's been downloaded over 1 million times. So needless to say, it's pretty popular. And it gives you the exact roadmap you need to go from building that fundable foundation, getting starter vendors, all the way to being able to get Visa card, MasterCard, even auto financing, all without a personal guarantee and credit check. All you have to do is click the link in the description. It's 100% free for you. And if you got value from this training, make sure you like and subscribe and keep your eye out for your next training where we talk about more cool ways to get the money you need to start and grow your business.